I sat across from the banker feeling embarrassed, small, and honestly, a little hopeless. He looked me straight in the eye and said, "You're not going to be able to get out of this. At least not anytime soon. You're stuck. You'll probably carry this debt for the next 10 years. Lower your expectations. Accept your situation." And a part of me almost believed him, almost. But instead, I walked out of that bank with a fire inside me I hadn't felt in years. I made a decision that day. I was going to prove them wrong. And now, just a few years later, I'm 100% debt-free. No loans, no credit card balance. No lingering monthly payments stealing my peace. Let me walk you through how I did it without a six-figure income, without magic, and definitely without playing by the rules they told me to follow. But first, if you've ever been told you can't do something financially, hit that like button right now so more people who need this message can find it. Subscribe for weekly, no fluff content about personal finance, financial freedom, and building a life on your own terms. And comment below, have you ever been underestimated when it comes to money? Tell me your story, I want to hear it. All right, now let's get into it. 1. I stopped letting shame make my financial decisions. For the longest time, I avoided my debt. I didn't want to check my balances, didn't want to open my bank app, didn't want to talk about it. Why? Because I felt stupid, ashamed. Like I should have known better, like I failed. But shame doesn't erase debt, it multiplies it. So I did the scariest thing. I faced it. I wrote down every single dollar I owed, even the little ones I tried to ignore. Credit card balances, student loans, old car loan, overdraft fees, late payments. It was brutal. But it was also the first moment I took my power back. You cannot escape a cage you refuse to see. 2. I stopped listening to the bank and started thinking like an owner. Let me tell you something the bank won't. They profit when you stay in debt. They're not rooting for your financial freedom. They're banking on your financial fatigue. They want you to pay the minimums forever, to take the refinance deals that stretch your debt for 10 more years, to use the flexible payments they advertise like it's a gift. So I stopped asking them what I could do. And I asked myself, what would someone who's financially free do right now? That one question changed my entire strategy. 3. I cut what didn't add value, not just what looked extra. People think the way out of debt is to cancel Netflix, stop drinking coffee, and live off beans and rice. That's not sustainable. So I didn't cut everything. I cut what didn't add value. Here's what I didn't give up. Take out once a week. Yes, really. My Spotify subscription, travel. Just more budget-friendly versions. Here's what I did give up. Unused gym memberships, premium apps I didn't touch, buying clothes just because they were on sale, expensive habits that made me feel temporarily rich but actually made me broke. I stopped spending to look successful and started spending like someone who was building real wealth. 4. I increased my income without burning out. You can only cut so much, but your income, that can grow. So I focused on simple income boosts, freelancing with skills I already had, selling digital templates online, weekend gigs I actually enjoyed, helping small businesses with their social media. It didn't triple my income overnight, but those extra few $100s a month, they supercharged my debt payoff plan. I funneled that money straight into what I owed. Every dollar had a job, and I celebrated every small win like it was a lottery ticket. Momentum builds when you reward progress. 5. I used the debt avalanche plus snowball combo. I didn't follow just one debt strategy, I used both. Debt snowball. I paid off my smallest debts first to feel quick wins. Debt avalanche. I attacked the highest interest ones aggressively to save money. I printed a visual tracker and taped it to my wall. Every month, I crossed off a number. It wasn't glamorous, but it worked. And it felt like war with every payment. I was taking back territory from a system that counted me out. 6. I made it public, but selectively. Here's the secret most people skip. Accountability. I told a few close friends about my debt-free goal. Not for attention, but for accountability. And it worked. They'd check in, ask how I was doing, celebrate with me, remind me when I wanted to give up. Having a few people cheering for you, even silently, can make a huge difference. Don't suffer in silence, and definitely don't let pride keep you from asking for support. 7. I became ruthless with financial boundaries. This was one of the most important steps. I stopped lending money I couldn't afford to give. Stopped saying yes to every social invite. Stopped co-signing anything. Stopped feeling guilty for saying, I'm working on a financial goal right now. It's okay to be in a building season. It's okay to say no now so you can say yes later. Don't let other people's opinions bankrupt your future. Today, I'm debt-free. I don't owe a single cent to anyone. No more minimum payments. No more anxiety when I check my account. No more interest charges eating away at my future. And every time I walk past that same bank, I smile. Because I remember what they told me. You can't do this. And I remember how I did it anyway. If this story fired you up, even just a little, tap that like button so YouTube knows more people need to hear it. Subscribe for more powerful personal finance content every single week. And tell me in the comments, what's your #1 money goal this year? Debt-free? Saving? Investing? Let's talk about it. Let today be the first one that sets you free.